Today I'm going to be trying the new McDonald's world menu items. So here in the UK, McDonald's has just launched for a limited time menu items that you can only get from McDonald's in other parts of the world. So I think you've got items from Canada, from Japan, from Australia and some others. And I've always heard that McDonald's is better in other countries. So let's go try out these new menu items and see how good they actually are. Okay, so today's video location is the Designer Outlet in York. I've been here before and it was pretty nice, so I thought I'd come back. Let's head in. Okay, so I'm after the food court, which is just up these escalators. Okay, so here we go, McDonald's. Right, let's get ordering. Okay, so we want to start order as guest. I'm eating in. Right, let's see where the world menu items are. It looks like they're up here. Check it out. So all the world menu items, different burgers, limited time only. You know what, I'm gonna order pretty much one of each and I'll join you at a table and I've got my food. Okay, and I have my food, and you know what, this is a lot of stuff. Let me give you a closer look at what I got. Okay, so this is it. Check it out. So these are every single one of the new world menu items from McDonald's. So first up, we've got maple barbecue and bacon burger. I think that's from Canada. We've got mac and cheese triangles. We've got a pineapple McSpicy. We've got fries with, I think, a sour cream and black pepper seasoning, which is shaken in a bag, which is over here. We've got, what are these? So these are black pepper and garlic nuggets. We've got a Choco caramel pie. We've got a couple of McFlurries. So I think that's a caramel Pretzel McFlurry and that's a chocolate one. And then we've got, I can't remember, but this was some sort of Sprite drink with a syrup or something in it. But that is it. All the items from the new McDonald's world menu items. Okay, so first up, let's try out the drink, which is called Sakura and Sprite, which is regular Sprite but with some cherry blossom flavor, and this is from Japan. Right, let's go for it. You know what, that's pretty good. So that's a nice drink, and that tastes like a cherry flavored lemonade. So lemonade with some extra cherry flavor. You know what, that's a good drink. So that was a good way to start off the meal with a nice drink, but we're going to go straight in for the burgers, and we're going in for this one. So it's the maple barbecue and bacon double quarter pounder, and this is from Canada. Let's have a look at this. You know what, it's a big one. Have a look at the size of that. So that is the barbecue double bacon burger quarter pounder from Canada. That is a massive burger. Let's see what's inside. Okay, so I think we've got, so you've got your burgers, you've got cheese, you've got bacon, you've got crispy onions and gherkins with a sauce. Right, let's go straight in for a bite of this. Okay, so you bite into that, you get the soft bread, sesame bun, then you get the meat, the beef for sure. So that is a really meaty, beefy burger. There's some good beefy flavour in there. You get a little bit of the sauce. It kind of just tastes like a big cheeseburger. So the sauce is a little mapley. You can taste the sweetness in that sauce. So you can see it sort of running down the side. but that does have a bit of a maple sort of syrup flavour. I think though, as with most burgers, you need to get a bite right from the middle where you get the juicy beef, you get the sweet sort of mapley sauce, you get the cheese, you get the bacon and the crispy onions inside. So yeah, if you take a bite from the middle, it's a delicious burger. So next up, I'm going to go for some of the fries. So we've got sour cream and black pepper seasoning. So I think this, it says, is from Poland. So what you're supposed to do is take your fries, put them in the bag, put the seasoning in, and then shake it. So let's do that. Right, fries in bag. Let's rip open the seasoning, and then we put the whole sachet in the bag. Yeah, let's do it. Whole sachet in the bag, and then we shake. Right, I think that's shook enough. And you know what? The fries are actually covered in the seasoning. Let's get one out to try. So there it is. Have a look at that. Sour cream and black pepper fries from Poland. You know what? These look good. Let's try it. Okay, so do you know what they're like? They taste like, you know, you can get Pringles that are sour cream flavour. It kind of tastes like that. So that seasoning of the Pringles on McDonald's fries, which is a great combination. Okay, so you bite into that, you get the regular McDonald's fries, and slightly crispy on the outside, soft in the middle, but then you get a sort of almost sour, cheesy flavour on the outside, and then a hint of the black pepper. Okay, so next up we're going to go in for the mac and cheese triangles, and these are from the United Arab Emirates. Check that out. They're pretty big actually. Feel crispy on the outside. Let's go for a bite of these. Okay, so you bite into that, you get that sort of familiar McDonald's crispy, crunchy outer coating that you get on a lot of things, sort of similar to a mozzarella bite or mozzarella sticks. So it's crunchy, fried, and on the inside you get the soft pasta and the cheesy flavour of that. You know what? It's pretty good. You can choose a tomato sauce to get with it, to dip it in, which is what I'm doing, but that already is a great combination. I mean, who doesn't like mac and cheese and then putting it in a crispy outer batter coating and then adding some tomato sauce? Right, next up we've got the chicken McNuggets, the black pepper and garlic chicken McNuggets, and these are from Japan. So let's take one of out and see what they look like. You know what? They look different. So check that out for a nugget. So that definitely looks different to your regular nugget, and you can see the little specks of black pepper running through it. I think it's the regular batter, but with the black pepper on it. Right, let's go for a bite of this. Okay, so you bite into that, you definitely get the black pepper flavour. You get the immediate garlic and black pepper flavour from the outside. It's crunchy, it's crispy. You get the chicken in the middle, and you know what? The black pepper does have a bit of a kick. So it does actually taste quite familiar. So that black pepper and garlic and chicken flavour tastes quite familiar. So I'm not sure if McDonald's did a burger like this before, or if it's another fast food chain, but it kind of tastes similar. So you get really good crispy outer coating with that sort of almost spicy black pepper flavour. These are good nuggets. Again, you can choose your dip with it, and I got a garlic and soya dip. I think this is going to be interesting. Let's see. Well, that's like, you know what? I didn't expect it to be white. I kind of expected a dark colour with a sort of soya flavour to it, but a garlic and soya dip. Let's go for it. There it is. Check that out. Garlic and black pepper McNuggets with a garlic soya dip. Let's go for it. So that is a really nice garlic mayo. So it's a little bit better than your regular garlic mayo. It kind of tastes maybe a little saltier, maybe a little more garlicky. But there's one thing that I can say about these items, these world items. They do seem to be more flavorful than your regular UK McDonald's items. Okay, so moving on, we've got something that I'm not actually quite sure about. So this is a pineapple McSpicy. So this is from Australia, which this burger sounds, I don't know, it sounds a bit weird. So you've got your regular McSpicy, but with a big piece of pineapple in the middle. Have a look at that. Let me see if I can show you. So on this side, check that out. So you've got the chicken, the pineapple, cheese, lettuce, your sauce. I mean, that is a weird sounding burger. And you've got bacon in there too. I mean, we've had pineapple on pizza, but pineapple in a burger, does that work? I don't know, let's go for a bite and see. You know what, surprisingly, I think it kind of works. So you bite into that, you get the bread, just soft. You get the chicken for sure, and that is spicy. The McSpicy chicken there is really spicy, so you get a big kick. You get the bacon, you get the creaminess of the cheese, and the pineapple. It kind of works in the same way as pineapple on pizza. It kind of cuts through the fried sort of fattiness of everything. And here, with the McSpicy being really spicy, I'm not gonna lie, that is really spicy. The pineapple, the sweetness of it and the freshness kind of cuts through the spice a bit. You know what, this is not as weird as I first thought. It's like your pineapple on pizza, but it's pineapple in a burger. And I don't know if I quite like it because the pineapple's cutting through the spiciness of the chicken, or if it tastes good. You know what, I think it's both. I think it does actually taste good, and it does cut through the spiciness of the chicken. Right, let's move on to the McFlurries before they melt. So these are both from Malaysia, stolen from Malaysia, as it says there. So you've got a caramel pretzel McFlurry and a chocolate pretzel McFlurry. Right, let's go for the caramel one first. So I think it's your regular McFlurry with pretzel bits and a caramel sauce. Let's see what it's like. I think it's going to be good because it's kind of your biscuit with ice cream. You know what? I really like that actually. So you get the regular McFlurry ice cream. So you bite into it, it's soft, it's creamy, and then you get the crunchiness of the pretzel. And the pretzel, it's like a savory pretzel. So it kind of doesn't overly sweeten the McFlurry. And then you get the caramel sauce, which is a bit sweet. So you get a bit of a savory pretzel with sweet ice cream, which is a nice combo. Sometimes when you put too many sweet things together, it can become a bit too sort of rich and sweet. But that pretzel is savory and a little salty. So it's kind of a salty caramel McFlurry. Right, next up you got the same thing. So chocolate pretzel McFlurry from Malaysia as well, and it's the same as before but with a chocolate sauce. And you know what, this might actually be better than the caramel one because adding chocolate to anything makes it nice. So let's go for it. So I think adding that savory pretzel in there is a genius move because it kind of doesn't overly sweeten and richen the McFlurry. So with your regular McFlurry and the chocolate sort of toppings that you can get, it gets really sweet and rich. But with pretzel, this savory pretzel, it's a little salty and savory tasting, so it kind of cuts through the richness of the ice cream and chocolate. Okay, and the final item from this world menu is the Choco caramel pie from Indonesia. So I think this is your regular apple pie, but chocolate-fied. Right, let's go for this. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It looks like your regular apple pie. And I think this might actually be better than your regular apple pie, because who doesn't like a bit of chocolate in a pie? Let's go for it. Okay, yeah, so you bite into that, you get the crispy, crunchy outer pastry, which is slightly sweet and chocolatey. On the inside, you've got a chocolate sauce, which is creamy and cocoa-y. And then you've got like a caramel sort of sauce in the middle too, which adds that extra sweetness. You know what? I think this might actually be better than your regular apple pie, because I kind of prefer the chocolate. But you know what? I can improve it by dipping it in the McFlurry. So check that out. Choco apple pie in a chocolate McFlurry pretzel. Right, combo of countries. Let's go for it. Okay, so chocolate pie and ice cream. I mean, who's not gonna like that? And that is a great combo. Right, let me finish up the rest of this, and I'll join you outside and I'll give you a roundup of the costs. So they were some pretty delicious menu items. So let's go through them. So start off with the maple barbecue and bacon double quarter pounder. You know what? That was nice, but it didn't really taste that different to your regular UK quarter pounder or cheeseburger or Big Mac. It kind of tasted the same. The only difference was the sauce. They had a slight maple syrup sauce, but the flavour was only subtle, so you couldn't really taste that big a difference. So delicious, but similar to your regular UK quarter pounder. And then you had the pineapple McSpicy from Australia, which when I first saw, I didn't think I was going to like. Pineapple in a burger, I thought that was going to be a bit too much. But you know what? It's kind of like pineapple on pizza. The pineapple with the juiciness, the sweetness and the freshness, it kind of helps cut through the fatty, deep fried chicken. So that ended up being pretty nice, and it cut through the spice as well. And then you had the garlic and black pepper McNuggets from Japan. Now they were really nice. So everybody loves your regular McNuggets, but when you add garlic and black pepper to them, it just takes them to the next level. So they were fantastic. And then you had that garlic and soya dip as well, which I thought was going to be a sort of soya saucy dip, but it ended up being like a garlic soya mayo, which just enhanced the sort of flavour of it all. So the garlic and black pepper McNuggets were delicious. Next up was the sour cream and black pepper shaker fries, which you don't really get here in the UK. You don't really get fries with a sort of flavour packet and a bag to shake them in. You just get normal fries with salt. So those fries were from Poland, and again, really delicious, really flavourful. What I can say about these world items is that they don't lack flavour. They seem to have more flavour than your UK items. So as I said earlier on, they kind of tasted like your sour cream and chive Pringles, that sort of flavouring, but on your fries, on your chips. And again, who doesn't like those Pringles, and who doesn't like McDonald's fries? So when you combine them together, again, really delicious and nice. And then you had your mac and cheese triangles from the United Arab Emirates. What can I say? The pasta was nice, it was creamy and cheesy, and you got your regular sort of outer coating that you would get on, say, something like your mozzarella dippers. So again, pretty good. And for my drink, I had Sakura and Sprite from Japan, which is like your regular Sprite but with like a cherry sort of syrup in it. So it's kind of like a cherry lemonade, which I think I prefer to your regular Sprite. Moving on to the puddings, we had Choco caramel pie from Indonesia. You know what, I think I preferred that to your regular apple pie. So you got the crispy outer coating, but then on the inside a thick creamy chocolatey sauce with caramel. So better than the apple pie for me. And then you got the two McFlurries from Malaysia, the chocolate pretzel McFlurry and caramel pretzel McFlurry. And the addition of the pretzel, which I thought was going to be sweet, wasn't. It was a little salty. It was savoury and salty. So you had your sweet creamy ice cream with your chocolate or caramel sauce, and then your savoury salty pretzel, which kind of made it a bit like a salted caramel biscuit ice cream, which I really enjoyed because it made it less sickly and too rich. Okay, let's go through the total cost. So the maple and barbecue bacon double quarter pounder was £8.69 on its own. The pineapple McSpicy £7.39. The garlic and black pepper McNuggets £5.79. So these are all on their own. The sour cream and black pepper shaker fries £2.79. You had the mac and cheese triangles £2.79 as well. The Sakura and Sprite £2.89. Choco caramel pie £2.59, and £2.49 for both of the McFlurries each. So the total cost for everything was £37.91. What do you think of those prices? Are you watching from one of the countries where the items come from? And if so, which one? And do they look the same as yours? And do you even like them? Like I said, write in the comments what you think. And if you like the video, click on the thumbs up icon below and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.